Hey everyone, welcome back to the MINIac, and today I am driving something just a little bit special. And if you haven't guessed what this sucker is, this is the 2019 Mini John Cooper Works Knights Edition. Anyway, I just want to... Anyway, this is the... Excuse me. There, that's much better. Anyway, this is the 2019 Mini John Cooper Works Knights Edition. This is the only car to have been knighted by the Queen. Actually, I'm making that up. This is the only car with an OBE. Actually, that's not true either. I'm not sure where Mini came up with the name Knights Edition, but here it is. And it's pretty cool. This is in midnight black with a melting silver roof, melting silver mirror caps. There's lots of cool things about this car. I'm getting ready to show you all that, and it is so cold out here that I might try to get this video done as quickly as possible. So anyway, on with it. When I picked up this car today, it was kind of weird. The only way I could borrow the car was to bring the sales manager a shrubbery. And he said it in that exact accent. I'm like, why do I need to bring him a shrubbery? I don't know. But I went and bought him a shrubbery. So here's the car. Let's get to it. This is a beautiful Knights Edition. I really like this already. As you can see here, black badging, piano black trim, the Union Jack taillights, track spoke wheels, special side stripes. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's... Huh. It's a pretty car. Anyway, let's get on with this. Inside, we have the standard cloth seats, which are incredibly comfortable. We have the JCW steering wheel, obviously, given it's a John Cooper Works. And we have manual transmission, touchscreen navigation, Harman Kardon as well. Pretty cool setup. I drove this car earlier and it was a blast. It was just so much fun to drive. And I don't know why they're all John Cooper Works are the same, really. So I don't know why this one was just more fun. Maybe it's because it's a special edition. I don't know. But what else do you get? Well, I also have heads-up display in here. That's a feature worth having. Under the bonnet, as always with a John Cooper Works, we have the 228 horsepower, 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, putting out, I believe, 236 foot-pounds of torque, I think. That's pretty good, though. You can tune this even higher with a Dynon Elite tune, so you can probably get 30 to 40 extra horses on that. This car also has the Pro exhaust on it, and that thing is awesome. So that's what you see here. Now these are the chrome tipped version. They do have a carbon fiber tipped version as well, but on this particular car they did chrome. And in the back, plenty of trunk space as usual. The actuator for the Pro exhaust. Now what's cool about this car is the fact that, well, if you look at the seats, for example, these are fixed headrests, unlike the other Minis, which are adjustable headrests. So those don't move. but they're really comfortable seats. You also have Brembo brakes. You can see right there. You got these really nice Brembos. It is just a great car. It's a fantastic car. So inside, as you can see, lots of room. It's very comfortable. Nice side bolsters as well. A lot better than my Recaro seats and my Clubman, which is something I really like. Nice seat bolstering, nice side bolstering. It's really comfortable. The steering wheel is really nice. The grips are really good. I love this. This is the most comfortable car I've driven lately. How'd that helmet get there? Anyway, manual transmission as always, because I love manual transmission cars. It does have the Harman Kardon, as I said. The Harman Kardon sound system is one of my favorite sound systems. I really like it. It's just really good compared over to the stock sound system. Heads-up display as always. That comes in really handy when you're traveling. Touchscreen navigation is really cool. I like the touchscreen navigation. This car also has, I think it has comfort access as well. It does have collision alert on this as well, so it'll prime the brakes at a slower speed. It might, even with the cruise control on, slow you down on its own, but given it's a stick shift car, I don't recommend that because you might stall it. But great car, really. And the gauges are easy to read. Now, I heard rumors that they might be coming out with a digital gauge for the Mini next year, so that could be pretty cool. But in the meantime, the analog gauges are really good, and if you push the little button here on the end of the stalk, you can get a digital readout for your speed right there as well. So, pretty good system. The touchscreen navigation is fantastic, and there's also, if you don't want to tap over here on the dash, you can also use the dial down in the center console to adjust everything as well. There is, some of you might have a secret compartment up here if you have an earlier F56 model. They deleted that in I think the 2018 models, but if you really want it, you can get it back as a retrofit, I believe. But I don't think you can do it on the ones that have the light up dash. So if you don't need it, don't worry about it. Glove box right here, power locks on the doors as always, and power windows on the doors as well. Now, if you have a R53 or a R56 generation car, you'll know that the window switches are on the center stack. They got rid of that with the F-Series generation, but not a terrible thing, really. And it's just a great car. Anthracite black headliner, which is really nice, so it's a nice, comfortable, sporty interior in this car as well. So it's really great. I really like it, actually. It is just, it's seriously a cool car. So for some of you who might be curious how the touchscreen navigation works, I'm going to show you. So this is your touchscreen navigation. Now, this is your My Mini information. So if you look at this, it gives your vehicle settings for lighting, doors, intelligent safety, so on and so forth. System settings, all that stuff as well. Driver profile, so if you have multiple drivers in the family, you can do that as well. Technology in action. Now this is where you can access your sport gauges or minimalism analyzer if you need that. So if we flip this again, we can double check that again. So technology in motion gives you your sport gauges. So you have your power on this side, your horsepower, and then you have your torque on the other side. So you touch screen back, vehicles and surroundings. It needs gas, obviously. Engine is too cold, so on and so forth. 29 degrees outside gives you all those technical details. Sport mode is deactivated, obviously. But it's ready to go. So, driver information. That'll give you things like the onboard info and trip computer as well. Go back. You can also click on navigation. So this has touchscreen navigation, as I said, so you can click on the map. And it tells you where we are. Now, right now, we are located at Antioch Park. So if you want to go back to the dealership, it's right up here. It also gives you gas stations as well, which is kind of cool. Voice instruction is available as well. Notifications will tell you anything about the car. Mini connected, so you have Mini Assist, concierge, mini messages. You can have the weather right here. As you can see, it's going to be 37 degrees tomorrow. I probably should have filmed tomorrow because it's 19 degrees today and it's too cold. So, news. That's kind of a cool thing. I don't know if it's going to load right now, but you can apparently get your news. So what else do we got? Music. So if you click here, FM radio, Bluetooth audio, all that good stuff. Hands-free cell phone as well. And that's about it. Great system, easy to use. Now, you don't have to use the touchscreen if you don't want to. You can use the dial on the center stack or center console and navigate it just the same way as you would before. But the touchscreen just makes it a little bit, gives it another added bonus of working with the system. Now, because it has touchscreen, it also has MINI connected. Not MINI connected. It has Apple Carplay. So if you have an iPhone, it'll work on this as well, and you can use all the apps that Apple CarPlay allows you to use. Great system, though. Manual transmission. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Oh wow! Even has a sunroof. This thing is phenomenal. 0 to 60 times are in the low 6 seconds, upper 5-second range. Oh, this thing is just great. Now, some of you might wonder how much this car costs. Well, about $41,000. That's pretty good. You get a lot for the money. I wish it had a limited slip differential, but it doesn't have one yet. Now, it does have heads-up display. One of the cool things I like about this heads-up display, though, is it gives me the speed on the highway, and then it tells me how fast I'm going. So the speed limit in this area is 60 miles per hour. I'm going, well, 60 miles per hour. Now, one of the other cool things I like about the manual transmission ones is when you downshift, it rev matches for you, so you don't actually have to do your own rev matching. Gotta love those pops and burbles out of the tailpipe, so that is just, oh, I love it. Oh, I gotta get me one of these. I gotta be careful though. I gotta make sure I get this car back to the dealership at some point. I don't know. I might have to keep it. If I had the money to do it, I probably would. Even have sport gauges on right now too, so that's a cool thing about this. This is a touchscreen navigation, so I can fiddle with the sport gauges or whatever I want to do on here. So got all the fun little toys to play with. How often do you get to drive a special edition Mini? Not very often. This is probably, I've driven John Cooper Works before, and this is configured just like any of the other John Cooper Works cars for the most part, but with the Pro exhaust on it, this is basically the same setup as it was in the International Orange Edition that I showed you guys a while back. But this is just phenomenal. There's just something about these cars. The steering wheel feels great. The interior's nice. It's comfortable. I think the seat's up a little too high, but that's me. Now, yes, it does come in an automatic transmission. That is an option. I don't know how many are going to each of the dealerships in the US. There are 2 at the local dealership where I picked up this car. One's an automatic, and the one I'm driving right now is a manual. Oh, ho, ho, ho. And what a car it is. Now, you may think that $41,000 is a lot of money. At least I hope this is $41,000. I get prices wrong so many times, though. So I could be completely wrong on the price, and I really hope I'm not. So that's actually a pretty good price for a JCW. Whew. Let's go find something fun to drive on. Now, a little backstory on the John Cooper Works. The model John Cooper Works did not become a model until about 2009. So from 2002 to about 2006, you could get, in the R53 generation, you could get a tuning kit from John Cooper that was called John Cooper Works Tuning Kit. And then when the R56 generation came out, you could get a tuning kit for that as well. So there's a project that I'm working on right now. I can't give you too much information, but it is a 2008 Cooper S John Cooper Works. Now, that was a dealer installed tuning kit. In 2009, they still offered the tuning kits, but they officially made it a model. So instead of it being a Mini Cooper John Cooper Works, it became a Mini John Cooper Works. And it's been that way ever since, that the John Cooper Works is the top of the line. It is the model, it is the halo model for the Mini lineup. So the John Cooper Works hardtop, the John Cooper Works convertible, the John Cooper Works Clubman, the John Cooper Works Countryman. Those are the top of the line, best possible models you could get. It used to be, if you go back to the original Mini, the John Cooper Works, John Cooper was a racing driver and car builder back in the 50s and 60s, and he decided that he wanted to take the little Mini hardtop, or the little Mini hatch. This wasn't even a Mini hatch. He wanted to take that little Mini and he wanted to make it something even more special. And he created that. That car became what became known as the Mini Cooper. Now, he also offered a trim level called the S. And the thing was, if I remember correctly, you would go to his tuning shop in England and you would ask him to give me the works. And that's where you ended up with a Mini Cooper S. Now, back then, that was the works. The Mini Cooper S was the works car. That was the top of the line. That was the fully tuned Mini Cooper. Come to when BMW took over Mini in 1994, and then when they redesigned the car and the new car that you have today, and that continues. The car became the Mini Cooper in honor of John Cooper, who created these race cars. So that's why they are the way they are today. That's why they're called Mini Coopers instead of just Minis. Now, Mini in the UK and in Europe as a whole still offers a Mini 1, which is a 102 horsepower car, but we don't get that car in the US. Honestly, I think if we got that car in the US, we'd probably sell a lot more Minis around here, but we don't get it, so we don't have that fun or little hatch to play with. We just have the three higher horsepower ones, I should say. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's actually a pretty good thing. I still would like to see a Mini 1 come to the US, and I hope they might consider possibly doing that. But anyway, let's hop on this highway. You enjoyed this video on the 2019 Knights Edition John Cooper Works. I got to get this car back over to Barron. So until next time, remember, life is too short to drive a boring car, so drive a Mini. I'll see you next time. Before I go, I have a Teespring account now, so if you're looking for a t-shirt with the channel's logo on it, or a sticker, or you name it, it's in the description below. Go check it out. Lots of cool stuff. Also, if you want to sponsor the channel or support my channel and all the great content I've been putting out lately, lots of great videos to come, I have a Patreon account as well, and the link for that is in the description below also. So go there, support the channel, support the great content I'm putting out for you all, and I'm hoping you all have been enjoying this so far. Lots of changes to come. I keep updating and changing how I do certain things on the channel, so it's constantly evolving, constantly changing, and I appreciate all of you who keep coming back to watch these videos. So anyway, I'll catch you all later.